best of starts for 2022 and Happy New Year. I really hope you are carrying forward sustainability into this brand new year and that you are enjoying finding new ways, new methods, new traditions that ultimately mean that you are being kinder to the planet, greener, kinder to yourself and to your family. And there's that excitement of finding new traditions and finding new ways of doing things that you've done before. There's so much excitement of being green and being sustainable, and I really hope that you are beginning to enjoy your journey the same way that I am. So in this video, I've quite often discussed about gifting secondhand and heavily discussed at Christmas about my receipt of gifts that were secondhand, particularly those from my sister and also sustainable gifts from my mum and dad. So this time, in a couple of days' time, it is actually the first birthday of my best friend's little girl, and this time I wanted to kind of talk about and discuss not only being accepting of receiving secondhand gifts, but also changing that mindset and that attitude into giving secondhand gifts as well. So today I am showing you how I've kind of set up so far a slightly more eco-conscious gifting for my best friend's little girl's birthday, her first birthday, which I'm so excited about. I can't believe this whole year's gone. She was born in lockdown, and to think that we're still in a situation, but never mind, we're not going to talk any much more about that because everyone's sick and tired of talking about that, I'm sure. So this is my attempt this year at gifting as well as receiving and using secondhand within my life and trying to buy in even more into the circular economy, circular lifestyle that this planet so desperately needs us to do so that we are not so wasteful of resources. So here we go. I will start with what gifts I bought that I sourced from a charity shop, because anyone that watches this channel will know that I absolutely adore going into charity shops. This is a discussion I have had with my friend. Me and my friend have actually been in a charity shop shopping together. So I know my friend is not completely against secondhand clothing. At the end of the day, she has a 1-year-old little girl. Anyone with children will know that they grow very quickly, that they make mess sometimes, and that sometimes possibly it isn't worth investing in really expensive clothes and really expensive toys when ultimately they may end up in a mess, they may end up broken. And if you can avoid buying something new in packaging, then why the hell not at the end of the day? So here we go. I'm pretty sure that the majority of these items, actually probably all of these items, are brand new items. I always do try to start with something that is new within a charity shop first and then go from there. But as I've already discussed, children can be messy, so you'd be a bit disheartened if you'd spend £20 on a lovely cardigan or a jacket or a dress or something like that for them to go and have fun and make a mess of it, whether it be in mud, food, pain. Ultimately, I would rather that the little girl actually enjoyed her day and was comfortable and there was no fear about getting her clothes dirty, because I think that's what life's all about, is just immersing yourself in it. Okay, so this is the first one. It's just a plain yellow t-shirt from Nutmeg, which I believe is a Morrison's line, for a children's line, with this lovely kind of daisy chain love hearts on it. I thought this was super cute, £2. I'm sure that's a brand new t-shirt because the line that kind of follows on the back of the t-shirt is white and it's completely clean and doesn't look like there's been any spills, stains, or I just don't think this has been worn whatsoever. I've bought items that possibly are a little bit too big for her at the moment. I think this was in the kind of like 1 to 18 months section, but ultimately she is going to grow into those items and it gives something for her to kind of have when she's a little bit older. Not very much older, but a little bit. So that one was £2. Next one is another Nutmeg t-shirt. Pretty sure the same applies, that this is a brand new t-shirt. Same size as well as the other one, in a yellow but with a bright floral pattern this time. I just think these are super cute going into spring, that she can wear with like a little dungaree dress or jeans or trousers or under something as well. I just thought this was something practical and super cute and good for the upcoming brighter, warmer, slightly warmer weather. So next item is, I think actually that was also £2 as well. I can't find the tag on that one. Is it hiding or has it just been removed, or it must have been removed, never mind. I would suggest that was probably £2 as well. Next one is this really cute little pink hooded knitted cardigan from H&M children's range. It says 12 to 18 months, so it's still within that kind of range again. I think at the moment this will still be a little bit big for her, but there's obviously that growing room that you get with children, which is good. I just thought this was a really nice colour. She does wear a lot of kind of like this lovely muted pink, which I absolutely love, and it suits her so much. So I just thought this one would look so cute on her. That one was also £2. Okay, and then moving on to this next one. This one is I believe it's Next. Yep, Next. This is so cute with this little kind of lace trim, and there's buttons on the back. I just can imagine her wearing this already. I love this. This is so lovely. And that's also £2, so I haven't actually spent a lot of the money at the moment. Okay, that's that. And these are, I just saw these and I couldn't leave them in there. I'm not entirely sure whether these will be to her mum's kind of liking or style, but I just thought these little animal scenes on them was so cute. I thought this one would be good with like a yellow or a cream or a white underneath. And I don't know if you can see that very well, but there is a little lamb, and that was probably a cow or a fox, and a chicken, and a little cactus, and a little sunshine. These are brand new also. Little cloud on the front, and there's a little snail on the back, and I love the stripy sleeves and the stripy hood. I just thought this was so sweet. Definitely a little bit too big at the minute. I would probably say that's in the maybe 2 to 3 size, but she will obviously grow into that. And then this is the last one. That one was £3, I think, a little bit more expensive because obviously the quality and the size of it. But by the looks of it, it says made in Peru, and it looks like it's got a little picture of like an alpaca or a sheep on it. So that's wool of some kind. There we go. And then this is the last one, similar style but in a different colour. There we go, with pinks and reds this time. Another little chicken on the back. Don't know if I can make that a bit clearer. There we go. I know I've disappeared, but it's okay, still here. And then, so they're similar, but they have slightly different designs. So this one's got another sun on it, and then you have the little, looks like a little Bambi deer, and a chick, and a cat, and another cactus, and some flowers on that one as well. And there's flowers on the back with these lovely lovely pink clouds, and the striped sleeves and the striped hood again. Also £3. I just think that is so adorable. I think that's my favourite of all of the items, is that one there. I really hope she likes them. I get the feeling she might prefer the pink one to the green one, but I just couldn't leave them there. I had to take them. So there we are. That is the gift side of this. I've also handmade a card. I'm a little bit worried about this because I wonder if it looks a little bit crude, but I hope that she appreciates the sentiment. I'm going to write a really nice message inside. I've actually found a poem by Winnie the Pooh writer A.A. Milne, which completely epitomises like the little girl's spirit to me and her personality. So I'm going to write that on the inside of the card. I will show you this. I'm not going to show you her picture or her name as such, because that's privacy that her mum should control. It's nothing to do with me, hence why I'm calling her she, little girl, things like that. So yeah, it's just a card with happy birthday and her name and her photograph on it with a big number 1 and a love heart on the front. Haven't filled in the inside just yet, but I will get that done. And I'll pop that back. And moving on finally to the last thing. So I decided that I wanted to kind of personalise some wrapping paper that was a little bit more sustainable rather than buying printed paper that perhaps might not be recyclable. So I used pencil and water-based pens to draw onto the paper, and once I've wrapped them, which I'm going to spare you the horrendous atrocity that is my wrapping paper skills, and I will check back in with you later regarding when these have all been wrapped and put in a nice little reusable bag. But just so you can see the design on this one, I'm really hoping you're able to see that. It's just number 1 with a little bit of a nature design. I was a bit inspired by the 2 like knitted cardigans. And I thought that would look really cute. I'll wrap that in those. I'm hoping I've left the paper big enough to be able to pop them into it. If not, then I've got this slightly bigger piece here. And this one, with my amateur drawing skills once again, this one is going to be like building blocks. I was kind of looking for inspiration on the internet, and you know how you sometimes get A, B, C blocks that are kind of positioned on each other. So what I thought I would do, I've done this now before I write on it, I'm going to put her and her letters of her name in the blocks, and that will be the top of the parcel when I hand it over to them. So yeah, I really hope this kind of inspires you to try and be eco-conscious when you're gifting as well as when you are receiving gifts. It's been really fun to kind of create again. I always stress the kind of like, not the importance, but the benefits of doing something from scratch yourself, that it's kind of like therapeutic and healing for you to kind of tap into those creative juices that perhaps your ordinary life doesn't necessarily do. You could, at the end of the day, you don't have to particularly draw on something. You could kind of just write something like a lovely message on it, an interesting message. Another idea I had was, if you really wanted to, you could research the kind of like famous or great people that had been born on that day of birth, and you could write their names on it and add their name onto the list. Or you could find some interesting facts from that day that they were born, or the year that they were born, or even if it's something more personal, that you write some notes from that person's life within that year, that memories that have made together, so that you can make it a more personal present that comes from a place of sentiment and nostalgia rather than the supermarket. So I really hope you've enjoyed this little snippet of a video. I will add in a little bit of a video of everything once it's packaged and ready to go, so that you can see that it still looks like a present. I'm pretty sure the little girl will love it regardless. I'm hoping her mum does too, because I really don't want to offend her on this front. And there is this slight kind of worry that maybe I'm being too much of a cheapskate on this front, but we have to all try and work towards breaking these traditions, breaking these stigmas that we've created for ourselves in these societal pressures to gift brand new, to gift something that looks, you know, Instagram snappable in terms of photography and looks good on paper and visually, when really it should be about the substance of the matter, the content. That should be more important. So fingers crossed that this all works out. I hope so, because really at the end of the day it is the thought that counts, and you should be able to gift what you can afford to gift. There should be an element of choice as well. If you really are passionate about the environment and you do not want to be made to feel pressured into buying something brand new, then you yourself have to work within your family, within your friend traditions, and break those traditions and break those stigmas somewhere. And if there's a person within your life that doesn't hold your same moral values or personal values, then perhaps maybe they're not as good a friend as you expect them to be. But that's for you to decide, not me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!